Huh. Okay, hello?
Hey,
Okay, we're gonna speed run this, okay?
all right, let's do it.
Um,
Uh, yeah. So, just as a baseline, I've been in and out of your stream for 6 weeks now, so I think I've got a pretty good baseline understanding of most of the mechanics of the game.
mm-hmm,
Um, the real point of this gear progression is just to make sure that my plan forward really makes sense,
mm-hmm.
and then sure up any of the misunderstandings that we do find.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so you got a Pathfinder and a hero?
Yeah. So the idea is to get the Pathfinder and Hero to solo CRA levels,
Mm-hmm.
and then take the income from that to fund a farm Kanna that will then push you know, generate more income to push the Pathfinder and Hero towards, the harder bosses. That way,
Mm-hmm.
it can still have fun and make more mezzo.
Okay. Alright, it seems like a plan. And then you'll, yeah, because you'll have some baseline nodes, and the baseline nodes will be good enough to get to solo CRA, and then if you want to figure out which one you want to push further with, or do you want to be able to push further with both, or?
Eventually,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Pathfinder first, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, it's some Legion stuff. Well, I guess I'll look at the Legion stuff first then, because that'll matter for both.
Yeah, it's roughly 4.5k. As soon as I get the Pathfinder into Arcana, I'm going to be pushing for 6k pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, build up looks good. Looks fine. You probably will need some crit rate, right? If you put some in there, in between?
For the Pathfinder, I hit 100% all the time without it.
Oh, okay, because on the screenshot here it was at 87, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, that's without links.
Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. But your hero does need it, right?
Yes. So
It's a little bit lower.
whenever I do go bossing, I move some squares around.
Oh, here. Okay. Yeah, and that's not a huge problem because of the twice a day limit.
Yeah.
So enough. Okay. And you still have the option to go into decent sharp eyes as well with the hero. And there'll be another 10 that's easily accessible. What are you using? Oh, are you double boosting with the hero?
So I've got 3 out of the 4 nodes. So there's I don't think I have a screenshot of the actual like V matrix. But yeah, I've got 2 nodes with Rising Rage, Raging Blow, and Shout, and then 1 node with Final Attack, Rush, and Puncture.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Usually people go just for 2 boost nodes, like one with Rising Rage, Raging Blow, and Final Attack, and then one with that same 3 things in a different order, and then that's just it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I opened like 150 nodes and didn't get a single one with those tries.
Oh, tricky.
So.
Yeah, because I'm looking at like doing a rush, puncture, shout like on my hero now, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I have a lot of slots left open. I think like the value of rope lift, of decent sharp eyes, and also of what's the other one I'm thinking about?
Speed infusion.
Decent speed infusion, decent combat orders because of extra final attack, final damage, and and there's one more. I can't check here. Nikki's dabbing on us. And even Urda Shower, maybe, for mobbing. I feel like the value of all of these might be higher than to boost those skills. To boost, like, Shout and Rush and Puncture. But that's just one extra slot right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So even if you move one of those... Because you're... It is possible that the mobility with Rope Lift is not as necessary anymore once you get your up jump.
Yeah.
But until that point, it's pretty useful.
Yeah, no, I agree. So when I'm just, running dailies, I'll switch out Holy Symbol for Rope Lift. So I still get the mobility. It's only when I'm hardcore grinding that I throw on Holy Symbol, or, when there's bosses that I can switch and open the box with.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what level is the hero now?
I just pushed him to 220 last night.
Okay. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots?
Yeah, should be.
We should have... You have 8 now, no? 4?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah.
We start off with 4, and then...
And then possibly
5, 10,
up to...
15, 20.
Yeah. So wait, what was the extra one you added now?
I don't understand the question. If you want, I can switch over to the hero and we can just look at it. That'd be easier.
Well, so I would think that a ideal setup would be that you have your 3 fifth job skills, and you will need those for both situations. So that's like, those are set in stone pretty much. And then 2 boost nodes. And then decent combat orders is really good. And then decent speed infusion and decent sharp eyes is probably what I would do for your 8. And then maybe unlock the 9th, and then be able to either use Rope Lift for mobbing and use Holy Symbol for bossing, so that you can increase your drop rate, or your mobility, or your drop rate. I guess the level 1 Holy Symbol isn't like great for even training. It doesn't do insane amounts. So maybe the mobility is better there. But maybe you can do without instinctual combo. Kind of depends on how you go around the maps and everything. Do you like one shot with Shout now?
It's like a 2-shot. Between Shout and Rising Rage, I can get them. Like, I can get most things around me.
Yeah. Because I think bundling your slots for now purely around Rising Rage, Raging Blow, and Final Attack is probably better. Because of the added value to both mobbing and bossing. Because, like, yeah, Rush, Shout, and Puncture are all just only mobbing, basically. Yeah, they don't bring anything to the table when it comes to bossing damage. Just doesn't even register. And if your primary focus now is to be able to get to solo CRA, then it's more important that your Raging Blow is is double boosted, and then you may take advantage of all the other ones as well. So decent combat orders is really good because it increases the amount of final damage you get per orb.
Wow. So
because you have 10 of those and it's multiplicative, that ends up giving you a bunch of final damage extra. So that's really good. Yeah, I think if you just equip it, I think you gain like, if you're completely enraged and everything, I think you gain like 20% final damage. So it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
And then the speed infusion, of course, if you combine that with the green pot, then you'll be able to attack way faster, and that's very useful for CRA because then you can move out of the way faster, right? After every attack, you're stuck in place for less. And it'll increase your survivability and your damage output, and your reliability to dodges as well. So
100%. That's how I've been training. Every time I get on the hero, speed infusion and green pot, because I clicked the 2-handed sword instead of the 1-handed sword. So without him, it's just painful.
Oh, we got to do it. Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was guessing for a second, like, wait, it's Kaiser? Oh no, wait, never mind.
Yeah.
You got 9 attack on it. They look very similar in your defense.
Yeah. No, I just was in the middle of farming when I hit 150. Went, ooh, look, this one has more range. And didn't think about it.
Yeah. Because of the damn multipliers.
Yep.
Yeah, I think with with those skills that I just said, I think you'll have way better damage output. And then you'll have a little bit more flexibility with your critical rate. And so you do have access to all the links, so maybe that'll actually give you more space in with your hyperstats. Maybe you can move some hyperstats from critical rate there more into critical damage or into boss damage.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be very useful to have attack speed +1 in your inner ability. So that might be something you want to get on the hero. You know, for the reasons that we already mentioned, and especially since you're in two-handed now. But eventually, if you switch to one-handed from the C-Vel drops as well, it's still going to be very useful.
Okay.
So, yeah, either reroll normally till unique or just throw some circulators at it. And then just pray to God that you hit attack speed +1 in less than a few hundred rolls.
Oof. Each of those rolls is expensive, man.
Yep. It's almost like a black cube every time. They did a...
Aren't they more than a black cube? It's like 19 mil in the cash shop.
Yeah, 19. Black cube is 22, so...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But it's more than a red cube for sure, yeah. It's like in between the two. Yeah, so that attack speed is gonna help you a lot. Other than that, your potential and the temporary stuff seems fine. Should be more than enough to be able to get to actually killing them, because you're 220. You're doing your symbols and that kind of stuff.
Yep. Symbols are 7, 7, and 3.
Okay.
Right now.
You're clearing like floor 30, 40. What are you clearing in Dream
I
Defender?
haven't run it yet.
Okay.
So I have no idea. Like
you said you just pushed to 220, yeah.
Yeah, like midnight my time. So.
Well, however far you push, the hero is like guaranteed to be clearing however far you get always, as long as you wait until instinctual combo is up, because it just gives you so much extra damage. Yeah. I think, I'm gonna look at your stuff, but with your current stuff, you'd definitely be able to clear 40, I think.
Yeah, I've still got some pieces that don't have potential on them at all, because, you know, normal bosses have not been kind to this character. So, yeah,
it's
I'm
nice
missing
hearing.
like 40% stat or something, just from potentials alone. The earring has an awesome flame, but
looks good.
else.
Does your eye have dex on it, strength on it so far?
Check. I actually just switched the eye out with a drop later. That might be the wrong eye, because Pathfinder's using it too. My current eye doesn't have any potential on it at all.
Oh, okay.
Just 12 strength, 60 dex, flame. Feels bad, man.
If only that was like all stat or something.
I know.
So for the hero, are you planning on going some Nova stuff, some Necro stuff? I already see some stuff is switched out. Shoes, I got Nova, yeah.
Yeah, so the Nova base stats, like I had Von Leon boots before the Nova stuff, but the plus 15 attack just at the base is too much to pass up.
Oh yeah, you had like 72 strength or something, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was you. Okay.
It was still like a 15k range boost to switch.
Yeah, attack is a lot now because you don't have that much attack yet, so every big chunk of attack helps you a lot. It's mainly once you get like past 15 stars and all the items start getting like chunks of attack, that's when the general value of attack starts going down a bit, but up until that point attack is very valuable. Yeah. That's why a Nova Cape will probably be very much better than this guy as well. Because I think those also...
Yeah, I didn't invest anything into the cape. I knew I'd be changing it out for either Tyrant or the Nova Cape.
Yeah, I don't know if you can like party party HMAG, then of course you can switch to that cape. But you won't overinvest into the Nova cape either way, right?
Right.
So if you switch, then it's not like a huge amount of money lost on a Nova cape.
True.
Not like on my Shade where I went for 9% strength and then got the Tyrant cape like the day after. And oh. How's the set bonus looking? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7 boss, the 3 Suda or Sengoku.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How's the flame on the cup? Is it still the same as here? 24.
Yep, it's the same. I run them every day. And this is the best one I've gotten so far.
Okay. And no spare flames or anything.
I've been funneling all the flames to the Pathfinder, trying to roll the Fafnir.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, as long as you know that there's like there's some good potential to gain from the cup. That's
oh
good.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything else here is like non-boss, so that's whatever. You're planning to push beyond eventually. So are you doing any? What kind of long-term prep are you doing? Because you sent the other file here. Finishing journey, choo-choo, Lachalan, arc. So for arc, you're doing normal arc, right? So just
yes.
Yeah.
On both of them.
Okay. And doing Horntail and the hero for experience, or you were doing it for the.
Hoping for a better ring and a pendant.
Oh, you don't have a pendant yet. Okay.
Yeah, I still have a pendant slot open. So.
Okay. Ping Bean for the cup, Madman, yeah, Root Abyss, to unlock Hilla. You're just still looking for nice pieces. Gollux. You're doing normal Gollux on both?
So Jesus and I have been trading a hard lux on our mains, like on the Pathfinder, and then I've been running normal on the hero.
Okay.
Exactly, I'm looking for a better eyepiece. Pap purely for the crystal, just normal pap.
Mm-hmm.
And then normal mag.
Get the flame score calculator in there and everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it's good enough to show where I have potential growth.
You're getting divided by 8, 4, and 8. Yeah. Yeah, you could probably see pretty clearly where the huge differences are, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, of course, the downside is every time you switch a single thing, you have to like go into the chart and update it, but...
I do most of my upgrading whenever the Maple Tour is done, like whenever I can cash that out, so that same day I'll go in and update everything.
I see.
Takes like 30 minutes.
Like a weekly ritual of
Yep.
Cashing in and cashing out.
Hey, you gotta stay focused.
Yeah. As long as you get those long-term things also running in the background. So you got Monster Park, Maple Tour. Ursus all on the Pathfinder because he's higher level. Makes sense. And also because the mobility in Maple Tour is better on Pathfinder than on Hero.
Definitely.
Need a Pep. Okay. And how about the Commercy dailies and stuff?
I still haven't unlocked Commercy on the hero. I've got like 300 dinero or something on the Pathfinder, but I'm so far away from, getting a path mark to transpose into a monocle that it's annoying. It's not something that I typically enjoy.
Yeah, I found it very... I did it for a lot of my first characters, but once I got to the hero, I found it... Yeah, it very clearly became one of the first dailies that I felt like dropping and didn't feel like doing. So I feel you on that.
Yeah, definitely. So Pathfinder is not so bad because I outrange most of the sea snake thing. So like, although he'll push me around, I can hit him. But I was running it on my Kanna and just couldn't touch him. Couldn't get close enough.
Okay.
It's actually the reason I leveled a Mihail or whatever, for the knockback resistance.
Yeah, because you keep getting pushed all the way to the other side of the boat, and then
so frustrating.
Yeah, I remember my mom had a lot of problems with that as well. I had to try to help her out with how to not just be stuck on one corner. Yeah. True. Yeah. So that's one of the things. So it's not. So the both the tattoo and the monocle are not just there to for transpose and everything, but it's mainly once you go past 15 stars and you're trying to push towards 17. That's when those accessories start getting really good to replace your current boss accessory set in your when you go to the real damage set, because they get a lot of weapon attack because they can go past 15, and then they're basically, once you get into the legendary, it's like free 23% stat as well. That you can roll pretty quickly because they don't have too many junk lines. And that's when they start coming in. So if you do it you don't have to do it like every single day all the time, especially if you don't like it. But get into the habit of doing it every now and then, so that you don't feel too bad when you're skipping it, instead of always feeling bad that you never do it. Like at the
Gotcha.
Try to get the shoe on the other foot there. And if it's not like if you really don't want to do them, at least try to do like CPQ. It can be very fast. And it could also be a little bit more fun because it's not all by yourself, so you can ask in the chat, and then at least do that every now and then. It's also some extra dineros.
Gotcha.
Just to build up a bank, so that by the time you get to that point, so you can just go for enough to just buy the tattoo and one tattoo and one monocle, for example. But I did see that you have like Dominator Pendant as well on the Pathfinder, right?
Yeah, I do.
So I mean, if you do want to eventually transpose into the Sweetwater Pendant, or did you have that one next to it? Because I remember seeing something.
I have a monocle in the backups inventory. I don't have a pendant yet.
Okay.
I do have a couple of Dominator pendants just waiting for a good time. So.
Yeah, I'm also kind of like, I don't know what to do with mine per se, but I guess I'm kind of like past the point on some characters and not quite there yet on some other characters, so I'm like a little bit in limbo. When it comes to that stuff, personally. Okay. So what have you? How far have you gotten so far with CRA on both of the characters?
I have cleared. Solo cleared the chicken and the queen on the Pathfinder. Every time I try Pierre, I get him to the split. And either he resists the bind somehow. The only thing the Pathfinder has is the, Air de Nova, so it's not the best bind. I keep failing the damage check there.
Yeah.
Can't burst him down. And I think I'm missing enough IED that Vellum just takes forever. So
if you're redhead and he's blue and spinning, how far do you get him down?
Probably about 5% or something. Like it's close, but it's not enough.
And then finishing him off just doesn't work, or?
It hasn't yet. I've only tried like 2 or 3 times. So.
Okay.
And then the hero just like I wailed on the chicken for about 10 minutes yesterday and got him to about 2/3. So
yeah, because you can like make the run last longer if you hit him in the dark, and then you don't really get to the point where you can really kill him. Yeah,
exactly.
So is it also a matter of IED?
I think so. I think his visual AED is at like 83 or 84. I don't have any lines on the gear. It's all Legion, Link, and Hyperstat.
Yeah. You got 10 Hyperstat. Well, yeah, Hero has a skill that just gives you 50% in the Force job.
Yeah.
So that's a huge help. I see that the Twitch viewer numbers are slightly malfunctioning.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be boring.
Yeah, damn. How could you be so boring, dude?
I'm the worst.
Everyone's numbers are like just completely tanking. Nice. Okay. So getting the attack speed +1, I think that's going to be useful. Rearranging those nodes to get you a lot more final attack.
Makes sense.
And then IED. So this is also without links on the hero?
Correct.
Because with links, you have the which ID links do you have?
Lumi at level 2 and Hoyoung.
Okay, and you don't have the Explorer Mages?
Oh, I do have those. I always forget to include those. I have 2 of them.
Okay.
So it was at level 4.
Okay.
I still need to make a fire poison. But
Okay, so that's up to like 6%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chunk from Legion now is 21%.
Yep.
Wait, you were at 4.5, you said, right?
Let me check. Let's find the point right here. That's cash up. I think I'm at like 4.3. It's like 4,320 something.
Okay.
One character away.
Because if you're like 220 on the hero, I'm like wondering why you're at 6k stab. Because hero's got a very solid kit.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it in like enrage mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. And you do like the double debuffing as well, always?
Double debuffing. What do you mean?
Puncture and blind?
Yeah. No, I don't have the... I think it's called Punish. I don't have Punish on my keyboard anymore. Ran out of room. What does it do?
Yeah, that one gives you 20% final damage if it's debuffed with that.
Yeah, I should probably have read that at some point.
Okay, so that's 20% final damage gained. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have 2 of those debuffs is important. Your survivability is fine, right? On the okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because that would help you a lot. Let's see. I guess for the stuff you're keeping, hitting it like at least 3%. Wait, so for the hero, I'm seeing in your album, I see like the aquatic ladder eye accessory that's epic, but you're not using this one anymore?
That's the wrong one. That's the Pathfinder one.
Oh, I see.
It.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, the other stuff's pretty good. Because I'm like thinking like how strong my character was and the things I was working with. I guess we just think the boost, but the IED, you have the... Yeah, you gotta be close to like 90 visual at that point, right?
I'm sitting at 81 right now, like with links on and everything.
Oh, this is with links now. Okay.
I'm looking at my screen at the moment.
Okay.
That off.
Yeah, I guess might need to dump a little into the... I guess the meme would be to get like struggle C-Vel runs to the point where you can get a one-handed sword and then work on your shield and your sword. And then just try to get the boss damage and the ID from that so you can solo.
Yeah.
Oh, ideally, yeah, ideally the... Do you have any kind of familiars already on these?
I've got some cards, but I started playing... So first, this hero was Terrorburn, like a week ago.
Okay.
So
this one has nothing,
then, yeah, I've got like 5 cards in my inventory, just waiting.
Okay.
And then the Pathfinder was only alive for like 2 weeks before they killed the familiar system.
Okay.
Like I was farming for spiders when just it all disappeared.
Okay, interesting. Oh, hey, Twitch viewers are back. Well, I mean, we're never gone, but the numbers were all over the place. Glad you guys could be joining us.
All right, so I just made sure my links in Legion were all like in boss status, and my visual is 88 IED.
88, okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Okay, that's better. And then with yeah, okay. So then with the double debuffs, I'm thinking debuffs, extra attack speed, and then reorganizing the matrix. Yeah, you probably want to get. I mean, you want to get 3% strength on all of your pieces, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing to do, but you already know that.
Well, minus the WSE.
Yeah, so you probably want to go like pretty hard on those. Like just hard enough to be able to like participate and do enough damage in like a struggle run, and then save up all the money to go hard on your actual shield. Do you have recipes for your shield?
I was farming at Dual Ghost Pirates for over an hour and didn't get a shield to drop.
But have you cleared normal Cygnus already?
No, I have not on any character.
I feel like you should be able to on your characters. Cause she is
I don't think I've tried because she has a pre-quest where the easy one doesn't.
Yeah, she has a pre-quest, but it's pretty short. If you have a rock, you're just like teleporting a little bit back and forth.
Okay.
And it's like 10 to 15 minutes max. Just a little bit of teleporting back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably try that after Flag Race and Ursus.
Yeah, and then with those recipes in your back pocket, you can start. You'll be prepared for when there's a Star Force event or something.
Gotcha.
And then you can have the shield be good enough to replace the current one. Do you have any? So you have no clears yet on the hero, right? Because it's only like a week old, so you haven't even entered CRA yet.
Right. I could start practicing CRA 2 days ago. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I haven't. We haven't had a group to go in yet.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Ring 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's good you got that 7 set. Wait, and then the Ayami. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, and then the slightly better cape, like a Nova cape would, or a Tyrant cape would be a big upgrade as well.
Yep. Switching out the cracked Gollux ring for an event ring and filling the last slot with an event ring.
Yeah.
Since we have Synergy and Master SS coming soon-ish.
Yes. That is good. That is a good idea. And then midterm would be
solid if it ever drops.
Well, it's talking more like the Commercy stuff, like the Dineros there.
Yeah.
Having those back up. And then right after that, like if everything's 3-line and if something goes epic, 3%, and if anything goes epic, then 6%, of course. Like after that, we'll be like investing money into the actual CRA stuff, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like worth throwing cubes into the current CRA stuff because you're gonna keep it for 90 days, but
I don't make enough money to justify that investment. I'm making like 1.2 bill or something a week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. That's probably not enough for that. Okay. Well, the one step after that is just going to be to settle the WSE. And then hopefully have enough IED bust damage weapon attack from those. Try to go for 2 useful lines per item at least. To settle your functional IED over 90. Which that should be doable with just 1 line, right?
Should be.
Get 1 line of,
especially if it's 30 instead of 20.
Yeah, like so like 1 line of IED, 1 line of attack on the emblem, 1 line of boss, 1 line of attack on the secondary, and then 2 lines of attack on the weapon, something like that.
Yep.
And that should get you over 90% functional ID. That should get your boss damage a little elevated as well. Because your boss damage isn't particularly high. Do you have the like Demon Slayer link?
I do. Yeah, the Pathfinder is worse than the hero when it comes to boss damage. Too.
Damn, that's
Yeah. He's so I get 20% from there.
It's probably because you don't have like huge legion yet, so your boss damage and your legion isn't filled either. 'Cause, like for me, it's already like it's always filled, right? So that's like a full 40%.
Yeah, and then when I can switch over to Fafnir, on the Pathfinder, that's another 30% right there. So right now he's using Sweetwater.
That one has built-in 30 boss, 10 IED. So there'll be an extra 30 there, yeah.
From the set bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So for the hero, I think it's mainly going to be those things, and then just keep doing your symbol dailies to just pad your stats further and further. And then I think, I think it'll be fine to go to like solo CRA in a bit. So it's going to be like learning to play the character properly. Yeah. And just like making the mistakes yourself and like figuring out like, okay, this is not, I cannot get away with this, and I can get away with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to rail on the snake, and Seavel for a bit, and just navigating the tails as a hero is completely different than as a Pathfinder.
Yeah, so with the extra attack, it'll definitely be a lot more easy to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to use rush a lot basically in the beginning as like your safety tool to get to like dash out of the way. And then as you get more familiar with the distancing and with the spacing and with the timing of everything, then you only use rush like a few times per run if you like really need to get like you really need to like zap out of the way. But in the beginning, yeah, rush can help you a lot with instant moving. I don't use the other thing, the what is it, like the combo fury? I've never used that one because there's like a delay on when it drags you and everything, and you don't want a tail to like pop up in the middle of nowhere and it'd be like, yo, and then end your day. But I think that and the event rings, all that stuff. But you got your eye on that, so that's good. Okay. Any other question for the hero?
Nope. You answered everything I had and more.
Okay, cool. Okay, then let's look over the Pathfinder. Buffs. So you're at 100% on the Pathfinder for crit rate.
Oh yeah.
Because links. Use Erdanova. Should you switch out, like, what are you, Erdanova with Holy Symbol, depending on mobbing bossing?
Exactly.
And then
I think Holy Symbol is like level 7 or 8.
Okay. And you switch out Fish's Shot with something else as well?
No, I just tote it around. Its uptime is good enough, and with it I can one-shot mobs and take down bosses pretty quickly. The
lead monsters.
Yeah, them.
There's annoying champions and monsters and
stupid tree, get out of here.
Yeah, dude, that tree. Oh my god, I can't wait for them to remove that guy. Can you transpose Sweetwater to Abzo? Oh, there has to be 10 level difference, just like with transfer hammering, and all transposing is only into Sweetwater. Okay. Oh, you already got some progress for the Master SS ring, I see. Yep,
from the Goblin stuff. The Goblin event.
Goblin Market, yeah. Okay, shoulders good, got synergy. How's the group for this one been for the CRA? Did you go this week?
Yeah. Went right at reset. Wasn't the #1 contributor, but I was definitely holding my own. Didn't die out this time to CUL.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so better. I can actually see the health bar move when I hit them.
Okay. So, oh, that's already. Yeah, that's always good. It's not just tickling. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 3-door. I think if I just get my nodes up a little bit more, I should be able to solo Pierre. Chicken and Queen are more of a test of patience than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Just I need to get my IED up a little bit more for CVL.
Yeah. Yeah, the ideal thing is always like one line on your emblem. That's always kind of the
Yeah, I've got one line on the weapon right now.
easy answer. Oh yeah, it's true. Oh wait, I don't think your emblem is in here. Yeah.
It should be legendary.
Yeah.
The stats are in the spreadsheet if you want to just take a look
Oh yeah.
at it.
Oh yeah, 12 attack, 9 damage, 6 all stat. Okay. Yeah, you got the 30 line. Yeah. Wow, those are Reboot Vengeful Ring stats though. Gotta
Yeah, I think that's bad. Look at the cape. I think it's 21% on a mediocre cape. Feels bad.
Nice. 52 dex flame too.
And that was back before I found you, so I was just throwing money at stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it gets you somewhere, but at a certain point you do hit the wall a little bit faster, and then you're like, damn, what do I do? And then you have this great item that can use a lot of money to upgrade it, but then you don't have any of the money left. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. And now I have to invest even more money in the better base stuff to replace it, so...
Yeah, it's kind of impossible when you're starting out to know, like, oh, this thing is definitely going to stay with me forever, or this thing is going to get replaced in 3 days. Like, there's no way of really knowing that.
I think I played the Pathfinder for a month and a half before I even knew that I could get an emblem for what WSE was.
So. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, there's just, like... Because for a bunch of things, it's like, oh, there's a ring slot missing. It's whatever. It's not that important. It's like, oh, there's an emblem slot missing. Oh, that's probably not very important. It's like, no, emblem is actually hugely important. How far did I get with Adele? Well, 146, I think.
Yep, 146.
But we had to do some progression stuff, and we were lulling into sleep a little bit. Adele wasn't super intriguing, I guess. Okay, so. Yeah, your Legion is... So, something like your Legion is always kind of in the backdrop to help people out, but if you're planning on doing this kind of stuff with multiple characters, then your Legion is actually even more important, right? Because you can double dip.
Yep.
So it's, yeah, super important.
I agree. That's as soon as I get the Pathfinder 225 and into Arcana, I can start working on that next symbol. 6K Legion is like #1 priority.
Yep. So you're going down the list like critical damage, critical rate, those kind of guys, and then strength and dex.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Next mules are the last 2 resistance people, Battle Mage and Wild Hunter. Then the Fire Poison Mage, and I haven't planned further than that. Probably Mega Burn Marksman.
Oh yeah, with the coupon from the Terra Burn.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's good. More critical rate. And even if you go over 100% critical rate, that still helps you on the Pathfinder, so that's also nice. Alright, so the Pathfinder is... Wait, your Pathfinder is higher than 220, right? It's like 225 or?
223 right now.
223, okay.
The plan is to get it to 224 and then Typhoon Growth Potion at 225.
Okay. And then you can sneak into Lechaline, extra simple, extra dailies, speed up the earlier ones.
Yep.
Okay. Luckily for this one, you don't need the attack speed +1, so you don't really have to rely on that. So you can go for drop rate or Meso Obtain. So that's the benefit you have there.
I think the ideal lines of the Pathfinder are boss, crit, attack. So
That sounds about right, yeah. Pretty confident that's...
I've looked at it enough. I'm
That's
like
correct.
95% sure.
Let's put that 5% to the test real quick. Yes, you pass.
Yeah, I got him.
Good job.
Eat that, chat.
He did it, chat. Okay, you get this back up, you get that. Yeah, the Dominators... Okay, so you're currently using... You're using 3 event rings solid.
Yep. Correct.
1, 2 solid pendant mechanator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7 boss.
7, yeah.
2 or 3 solid is the set bonuses.
So no reinforced belts yet?
Nope, nothing. We actually, Jesus and I got a reinforced earring drop yesterday, or this reset.
Nice.
So today game time.
That's nice. This is flame. Or like, well, okay. 15. So yeah, so some of the stuff is like Star Force a little higher than I would expect it, but since most of the stuff still can be transfer hammered anyway, it's not like a, it's not like a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that was during the 30% off with the no boom room, so it was surprisingly cheap.
Yeah. No, it's probably a good idea to jump on that. Yeah, and you 32, 5 and 4, 48, 4, 48. Yeah, I can definitely work on the flame on the pants. Can definitely be quite a bit better. Other than that, everything seems to be roughly on the same level, except for the eye, I guess. The eye can be a bit... sorry, the face can be a bit better too. But yeah, like you already said, you don't have like huge amounts of flame income. You were flaming your weapon, you said?
I'm flaming a Fafnir. That's not... Like, I don't have a screenshot of it because it's not ready to be put in there. I keep rolling like tier 3 attack.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get a tier 6 and get some boss damage, dude. Just roll that.
Yeah, just forehead.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah, so the IED is an issue here, huh?
Yep. I think functional, I'm somewhere between 90 and 91, which for a CVL solo fight, while probably doable, is a bigger time commitment.
Yep. It's possible, but it doesn't make it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll maybe advising to roll the secondary for now. Because the percentage dex and strength is like, it's pretty much 0.
Yep.
And you're basically just working off of one line of attack. And even if you if you're temporarily able to roll a line of attack and a line of IED, that'll help you bridge the gap now.
Okay. Well, hey, luckily for me, we got the 12-pack of red cubes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got that 12-pack coming?
I do.
So that's nice. You're still rolling the Chaos Ring, right? Hopefully you can get something sexy on that.
Yeah, nothing so far.
No. I got like...
It tiered itself up, though. It's unique.
Yeah, that's really nice, yeah. I had 2 rings that just stayed epic but rolled very good stats, and then 1 that rolled to unique but that gets shit stats. It seems like you have to you get to choose one of the two. Either you get tier ups or you get a good roll. Seems to be either or. But all the other stuff seems pretty clean if you're trying to go for hopefully like a reinforced piece here and there will help you bridge the gap a little bit. And then yeah, I guess for this one as well, I would say like the looking into getting into the Sweetwater Iron Monocle as the definitely as the next step.
Monocle that I was before I knew anything about boss set, like the set bonuses. I had started to roll. It's right now 12-star unique, but
okay,
still some ways to go, and no flame on it whatsoever.
Yeah, that's not a priority anyway. Those flames are pretty bad. Okay, but you got like a general sense of if you're flaming after your Fafnir, what's gonna get flamed next?
Let me look at the sheet. So I really need to replace these gloves if possible, but that's a full replace, not just a reflame. The face is by far the worst, sitting at roughly 35. So probably the face, then the Mechanator pendant, which looks like it's in the 45 to 50 range.
Wait, the Eye Aquatic says 37.5 here? Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I just skipped over that.
But you have the one with 60 dex, don't you?
No, I got them mixed up. That's the one on my hero. Feels bad.
Oh, you mixed them in the thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
in the album.
Now my brain has caught on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess that was just a hopeful.
Yeah.
Wish that's how it was.
If only there was trade, dude. You could just switch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you don't go crazy on those, but you can get pretty close to 50 on both of them, and then yeah, it's like 30 stats already. Just.
So
gain.
Would you say it's worth running, normal Zakum, just to hope for a better flame, since they only go to 10 stars anyway? Like, tearing them up is pretty easy, or star forcing them.
Yeah, I would say like restarring them is like way cheaper than like actually dedicating flames to that. There's like way more things that you can be flaming. Yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah, and it's a very quick boss too. You just run in there.
Yep.
So I would just bundle up the bosses that you're trying to do for drops, and then just pop a 10-minute or maybe a 20-minute drop coupon, and like get all of them done within that coupon.
Yeah, I can do all the bosses in 8 minutes right now. So adding Zakum adds like 20 seconds, since I'm already down there by or with Madman.
Oh yeah, you're very close. Just teleport, walk in. Yeah.
Yep.
Just don't be in channel 6, I think it is.
Yeah, 5 or 6, right, for easy.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, something like one of those. Don't go there, chat. You might lose your run.
Yeah, I'm almost always in like channel 15 or 17. So.
How did the ID crit rate? The hyperstats looks solid. The other gear looks pretty solid, and you're working on those boost note 2. You got the good ones, so.
Yep.
Yeah, for Pierre, it's mainly going to be a matter of waiting until you're red and he's blue. Like waiting until you're red after split, and then just wait for red to teleport, and then jump to the other way, and then just poke blue a little bit. And as soon as you see red appear, stop attacking so your stuff doesn't like fly around and hit the other guy. And it's gotta be very patient. One thing you might have to do in the top of your screen, if the at least what happens for me is that like the hats get like their icons get hidden behind the minimap sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes I have to move the minimap down so I can see which one has which HP bar.
Gotcha.
Otherwise I might end up, hitting the wrong one and then fuck myself over. Because he heals like 4 times as hard as he takes damage, and then
do you think it'd be worth taking the Raven Tempest off my bar for that fight? At least until I can burst him down, like before he splits.
You definitely want to, if you can burst him down. Shoot, Raven Tempest. I guess if you don't burst him down and he splits and the Raven Tempest is still there, then he heals him all the way back up, right?
Oh yeah, did that to us when we were doing the.
Yeah, I did that one with my Night Lord with the the Dark Omen. What was it like? Yeah, that was not good. That shit definitely happens. Yeah, well, as you get stronger and you switch over to the Fafnir and stuff, you might be able to do like just enough damage to burst him down. Because if you get him down to 5%, right?
Yeah, like it's close, but it's not close enough.
Yeah. And the Tempest stays on it, and it doesn't like continue driving through either. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be too risky then, huh?
Yep. So I think the current plan is re-roll the secondary to get another line of IED, and then I'll try them again and see if I can't burst them, and make a decision from there.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Cool.
That's what I was thinking.
Ooh, 2 minutes flag race.
Yeah. Cutting it close. Yeah, you have a bunch of things that unique, but they only have like 6% stat.
Yep.
Man, I will almost be tempted to say like, just buy like Master Craftsman and re-roll a bunch of times with like within unique and try to maybe get like 2 lines of stat.
Okay.
Because getting everything to legendary feels really great, but in the money that you get to legendary, you could also get a bunch more stat in unique and then end up with just a way stronger character. And if your goal for now is only to get to the point where you can solo CRA, you definitely don't need a bunch of legendary gear. Like, that's not necessary.
Yeah.
Your WSE, like, probably does need to be legendary and have like at least 2 useful lines. But all the other stuff, if it's either epic with 2 line or unique with at least your prime line, or maybe like, you know, like 9, 12, yeah, 15, something like that. That should be enough. Especially if you're already 220, you get your boost notes sorted out, you're getting more arcane power, you're doing those dailies, you got all those, like that list looks solid. The only thing I would add is the Commercy and the Dineros.
Oh, flag race just popped.
Yep. Are you gonna win it?
I don't think I finished a race yet.
Okay, is it... Oh god, is it blue or purple?
It hasn't lit it on my screen yet.
It's purple. Okay.
Aww.
This is a short one. We can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Legion, your links. You have a list of that. I got the template. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't have a list of Legionnaire links. That's on my to-do list, but
Okay.
until I like start dedicating a bunch of the time to it, there was no point in tracking it. It's not changing enough.
Yeah, it doesn't really change that. You add 1 every week or something.
Yeah. So, but hopefully 225 this weekend on the Pathfinder, and then I'll 5K next week or something.
Yeah, that'll help you just with the getting more dailies did and getting more arcane power in there.
Yep.
Thinking if there's anything like specifically that we would need to address.
The weakest, my weakest aspect of the game so far has been crafting. Up until like 2 days ago, I have avoided Ardent Mill like the plague. A little bit of PTSD from when it was first released, way back in the day. So I just haven't invested any time into it. I think I finally got accessory crafting up to 6, so I could disassemble or whatever it's called, extract.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, extracting stuff. And definitely take into account. Oh shit! I didn't switch my shoes.
Oh no.
Take into account the thing that's really useful is to just have all the professions and always harvest all of the big flowers and the big veins you see.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked up. How are you doing? While you're keeping conversation, is this helping?
No. Oh no, the cannon went away.
It's okay. Don't worry about the cannon. We don't want to get you. We don't want to have to kick you from the guild.
Oh, wrong way. All right, lap 1 done. Let's go.
Oh, these people keep fucking up, dude. Oh my god, I fucked up. I think I'm getting lapped by the guy in number 1. I think the number 1 is finishing.
missed the jump. Don't miss this one. Dude, why is there the skill bar right in the middle of the screen?
Yeah, it's helpful, right?
Yeah.
Dude, how are people so bad? I'm not even good at this, and I came in second. Lol.
I think I'm in 5th right now. 40 seconds left. I might actually finish it.
I think I was in the Special Olympics edition. I don't know, dude. I don't know what everyone's doing here.
Oh, I missed the jump. Rip. I go all the way around.
Guys, get snowshoes, okay, for this one. Look at how easily I did that, and I'm not even remotely good at this.
Nope. I fell all the way down. Rip.
Oh no. Yeah, so the trick is that you never get to that point. So when you do that little jump where you have to like jump over that that vertical one onto the little platforms up top, if you have a snowshoe and you just hold your right arrow key, and then as soon as you hit the platform, you just stop, then you just stop dead on that platform, and you could just move from there, and you basically cut off like 80% of the track.
Yeah. You get snowshoes from Elnath, right? Elnath?
Yeah, Elnath in the shop, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can just try to buy it? I thought you had to do a quest for them.
No, you can just buy them in the shop.
Oh, man. I'm slacking.
Yeah. I only got them like this week. Yeah, apart from that, I think some flames on the Pathfinder gear can have a little bit more love, but your weapon is definitely top priority, and then the potential on the WSC is more important.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so just as a recap, the overall plan of get 2 characters to CRA level so I can fund the farmer, so I can push the rest of the characters farther makes sense. And then fix the nodes, start using my character correctly with the hero.
So, well, the caveat with all that making sense is that you're going to play enough to have it pay out, right?
Yeah, no. It feels like I'm in it for the long haul this time.
Okay.
The game's in a much better spot than the last time I tried to play.
Okay.
So, yeah, learn how to play the hero correctly. It's not just hold the attack button down. I guess.
At a certain point it is, but yeah, you got to work up to that. Because those tails and vellum will just eat you up.
Yeah. Well, I have a 20-second iframe. What do you mean?
Yeah. Whoa, 20-second cooldown iframe. You're not.
You're right. You're right.
You're not a beast tamer. You don't have like. You can just walk around.
See, that's why Dark Knights are the best. You know, you get hit once, you just go, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and hit you.
Rest of the boss fight, we're not doing anything.
Yep. So, bunch of gear work needs done on the hero. Keep working on the Pathfinder. WSE. Switch to Fafnir. Get better Iron Face. And just keep moving forward.
For both Sanko Mercy dailies, hero, your inner ability, redoing your matrix is going to be very important for the hero. That's going to give you a lot of damage, and then the extra debuff. Don't forget that one.
Yep.
The blind or whatever it's called.
Punish, panic. One of them.
Panic, yeah, panic. That's the one. Yeah, panic. Yeah, panic. So panic lasts a little bit longer than puncture. So they're not like you don't have to refresh them both at the same time, which makes it even more annoying. But like typically, I do refresh them around the same time, but it lasts a little bit longer. But yeah, that'll give you 20% final damage already.
Yeah, that's massive.
And that'll also help you if you can hit Gollux with that on the eye phase or something, or in the chin. That'll get you through that phase a lot faster too.
Yeah, cool. Because right now, normal Gollux is, play around with the jaw until it dies, and then rope lift up to one of the platforms and just hold the button down and hope I can kill it before 5 stacks happens.
Use an iframe once maybe to ignore one of the stacks, or
yeah. At that point, it's just a DPS check.
Oh, the one thing with hero is if you have Burning Soul Blade on, if you press the button again to place the sword down, it actually does more damage than if you keep it on you.
Okay. I've seen you do that when you do Gollux like on your hero, but I thought you put it down there just solely for wave clear.
Yeah. For Gollux, it's specifically for the potatoes. Yeah, but for other bosses, like if you're doing CRA or stuff, you put it down to increase your DPS. And then the upside is more DPS if he's near it. The downside, of course, is that the sword is somewhere else on the map and it could be missing if the monster isn't there. So.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it automatically come back to you if you go far enough away?
Yeah, if you go far enough away, it'll just snap back to you. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you're like chasing down the Seavel.
Yeah, for example. Yeah.
Keep hitting the button. Okay.
Yeah, or you install it somewhere and then he starts shooting fireballs, so you jump away. Then your sword hits like 1 or 2 more times and then just comes to where you are. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
So next thing is to set up a second struggle party, I guess.
Yeah, let's go. What are you doing right now?
I gotta get a set a few more of those up to actually have to clear array enough on these. I'm like working on the gear on all those characters, but I'm not really doing Rudibus enough, so kind of forgetting my entries.
Will how helpful is the Monster Park title on the hero specifically?
I mean, it's just your best in slot, really. It's just 10% IEDs. It's good for late game and end game. Like
Gotcha.
it's a decent enough chunk to make a difference, and it's the nothing else can come in like from that slot that is even remotely as useful. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've got 30-ish more runs on the Pathfinder per day before I can start running on the hero. Feels bad. That's alright. I've got my time down to like 9:12, 9:13 exit time, so it's not too bad.
We skipped the 9:12. Oh no, you didn't. Sorry, that was another meme.
Ow. Apparently Cheval's in. Let's go.
Oh, for the second party?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the Kappa HD even.
Oof.
It's when you know he's serious. Alright, are we good to Ursus, or is there still something?
No, that works for me.
Because I think we went through the shit. Yeah, I think your hero matrix and the debuff, those things by themselves, and then as long as you practice the boss more, I think you'll get like easily be able to squeeze out like double your damage just to. Yeah, just with those 2 things, I think.
Okay.
And then yeah, it'll be way more of a. You'll feel like you can actually contribute to the struggle run rather than just like tickle the chicken.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, it'll just feel better for you and feel way more rewarding to have the equips at the end. And hopefully you can get that cape soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Easy 10 attack. Alright.
Sweet.
Alright, I'll see you in chat.
Yes, sir. I'm already in the Ursus channel. Let's go.
Alright, let's go, Ursus.